tell the truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth. Help me God.
All right, just have a seat. And state your full name and spell your first and your last name for the court reporter.
My name is Lawrence Dority.
Spell the first name and the last name.
Lawrence, Lawrence. Last name Dority, Dority.
Mr. Thompson, you may inquire.
Mr. Dority, how old are you?
I am 32.
You have any children?
Yes, I have 3.
What are their ages?
13, 8, and 2.
What do you do for a living?
I am a barber.
Have you lived in Orange County all your life?
Yes, sir.
Are you married?
I'm engaged.
I'm sorry.
Engaged.
Let's get right into it. Switch gears a little bit. You obviously been here and sat through this trial so far. You've heard a lot of things. And you actually live in this situation. You recall what happened on May 9th, 2022?
Yes, I do.
Could you explain to the court and the jury what happened?
Well, around 1:30 in the morning, me, my son, and my dad went to my house. My father was taking me and my son home. And as we arrive, I see the car parked at the corner of my home, and I automatically assumed it was Tara. So I thought it was weird that she was parked right there, because she would typically park in the driveway or in front of the house. And so I walk over there to greet her, to say, hey, why are you parked here? And Mr. Payne gets out of the car. And when he gets out of the car, he's looking down at me. He has his hand in his waistband, and I can see like something silver sticking out on the side of his hip with his hand on it. And I asked him, what are you doing here? And he said, I'm not playing with you, I'll smoke you. I said, what? I threw my hands in the air, and I started freaking out. My dad rolls down the window and asked me, is everything okay? And I told him, I don't know. So I go inside of my home. I retrieve my firearm so I could safely get my son in the house. And so as I return back outside, I see Mr. Payne has moved his car up even more, and he's gotten out of his car again. And so I'm standing in my driveway, and I'm asking him, why are you here? What are you doing here? Why are you here? Can you please leave? Can you please leave? And he's just staring at me.
Okay. How tall are you, Mr. Dority?
5'8",
How much do you weigh?
145 pounds.
Did you have a relationship with Mr. Payne? Had he ever been to your home before? Did you invite him? I need you to make an audible.
No, sir.
Did you have a relationship with him at all?
No, sir.
Did you invite him to your home? I'm sorry?
No, sir.
Out of all the years that you knew Miss Tara Walker, had you ever actually met Mr. Payne?
Like twice.
Was there any situation where you guys had a issue?
No. I just seen him one time. He showed up to my girlfriend's mother's Thanksgiving or something like that. He showed up unannounced, and I don't even recall the other time.
So like getting back to May 9th, 2022, when you came, why did you go back in the house? Why did you go in the house?
Because I thought I was gonna die.
Why'd you feel that way, though?
He's outside my house. He's telling me he's gonna smoke me. I have my son outside. I have my father outside. he's there by himself. Nobody, I didn't.
How many shots did you fire? A moment.
I'm trying to go home.
Mr. Dority, when you speak into the microphone, let's just slow down a little bit. Let's try to take your time and make sure you speak into the microphone, okay?
What was the question?
At some point, you felt you went in the home and obtained your firearm. What were you thinking at that time?
I have to get my son safe. I didn't know. I just thought he was gonna kill me and my son and my father, and I didn't know. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
When you came back outside and you had this firearm, first of all, did you have a concealed weapon permit?
Yes, sir.
So had you taken self-defense classes before?
Yes, sir.
When you came out, did you have any additional words or anything was said by you at that time?
Yes.
What was that, if anything?
I said, "Can you please leave? Why are you here? Can you please leave? What are you here for?"
And what was the response that you got?
He didn't say anything. He was just staring at me.
And then at some point, you felt the need to discharge your weapon. How many shots did you take?
One. I saw him. I was saying, "Why are you here? You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. Why are you here?"
How were you saying it? Were you saying it softly, or how did you say it?
Like, "Why are you here? What are you here for?"
Were you talking to him?
I don't know.
Could he hear you?
Yes,
How do you know he could hear you?
because he was staring at me, and it wasn't far. It's like from here to the end of the courtroom. Like, it wasn't far.
When you came out the house, or at the time when you took a shot?
I mean, I was in my driveway the whole time.
Did Mr. Payne appear to reach for something, or
Yes, when I was saying, "Why are you here? You need to leave. You need to leave. Why are you here?" I seen him going like this, pulling his hand up, like he's raising a gun towards me, and I shot one time, and I called the police, and I put my son in the house.
before we get to that point, at some point, you stated when you went in the house and came back out that his vehicle was even closer than it was at first when you first encountered him. Is that true? Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
So after the fire, after you discharged your weapon, you called 911? I need you to speak into the microphone.
Yes, sir.
Did you remain at the scene?
Yes, sir.
Did you cooperate with law enforcement?
Yes, I did.
Did you provide a statement to law enforcement?
Yes, I did.
Even after they give you Miranda warnings, you gave a statement, right?
I was never read any Miranda rights.
You provided a statement, right?
Yes, I did.
Is there anything else you want the jury to know that you hadn't said?
You know, before I got up here, I thought I knew what to say exactly. You know, but I don't. It's just no.
I don't think I asked you this, but at that time, how old was your father?
60, 62,
And how old was your son at that time?
9,
How old, I'm sorry?
8 or 9, 8.
Were you intoxicated?
No. I was with the police for 13 hours.
None of the officers assumed or speculated that you were intoxicated?
No.
Now, at the scene of this incident, Tara Walker was present, right?
Yes, sir. Afterwards.
Did you see her go into the vehicle that Mr. Payne was in?
While I was on the phone with the police, I put my son in the house. I'm on the phone with the police. And I saw my father go over to Mr. Payne to see if everything was okay. And I can hear him telling her, find a piece of plastic so I could try to stop the bleeding. And I see her go through the back seat. She goes through both of the back seats. She goes through the front seat. She goes to the glove compartment, and she just runs. She runs to the other side, and we didn't see Tara until the police arrived.
Do you know, or did you see anyone else that may have had any relationship or affiliation with Tara Walker arriving on the scene?
Yeah, her brother and her father came, and I was just so confused because they had my son and my father and me like chambered away, and she's just frolicking around, calling her friends and
Objection,
calling her
non-responsive.
family.
Sustained.
You know, and I was just confused.
Mr. Dority, I'm gonna ask you this question. Did you see a firearm in the hand or in the possession of Mr.
Yes,
Did you feel like your life was in danger?
yes, me, my son, and my father.
No further questions, John.
Cross.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dority.
Mr. Smith.
So I want to go back to several things that you said in your direct testimony, but first I want to start out with, you said in your direct examination testimony that you gave a statement to law enforcement after this, right? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you say in your testimony to this jury that you were never read your Miranda rights. Is that right? That's what you just said to your attorney?
From what I can recall.
Well, you didn't say you didn't recall, right? What you said to your attorney was that you were never read your Miranda rights. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm going to direct you to page 12 of the transcript of your statement that you, with the detective in this case, beginning at
Excuse me?
line 5.
Really quick, can I say something?
I'm going to approach and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I've got to lay this for the record.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to show your attorney. Permission to approach?
You may.
I'm going to just let you read along. So this is read this. You said
This is
something.
the interview
Yes,
with.
this is the interview.
Okay, I was in response. I was talking about when they initially arrived to my home.
Okay. But just
Not
to be
this.
clear, what this says is, okay, well, let me do this. I want to read your rights, okay? And you say, and the detective says, and then we can talk about that after, okay? And you say, okay, buddy. And then detective says, so you have the right to remain silent. You say, and then anything you say can be used against you as evidence. Yes, sir. You're entitled to talk to an attorney now and have him present now or any time during question. Do you understand? Yes, sir. If you cannot afford an attorney, you can be provided with one without cost. Do you understand your rights? And then you said, after being read that, in the transcript of your interview with the detective, yes, sir. So you were read your Miranda rights, correct?
Yes, I was not read them initially when I was placed in handcuffs, which I was referencing to,
Okay.
not my interview.
Your testimony to this jury not 10 minutes ago was that you were never read your Miranda rights. Is that correct? Never. That's what you said. That's not true, is it?
I was read my Miranda rights in the interview room.
Okay. Thank you. Now, another thing that you just said that I found to be interesting is you said that when you came back out of your house, after you'd gone in the house and armed yourself with a firearm, you said that you came back out and you said, can you please leave? And you were speaking sort of calmly to the jury in a sort of meek tone that you're speaking today. Can you please leave? And this is after you came back out, after you armed yourself with a firearm, you're asking him, can you please leave? Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So I want to direct you, and I'll let you look at it. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to tell your attorney to, this is your interview with Detective Gilberti. This is on page 50, beginning at line 16. This is going to be line 16 through line 23. Permission to approach.
You may.
I'm going to let you look at this, and then I'm going to read it out loud, because this is the opposite of what you just said. Starting in line 16, I'll give you a moment to read through line 23. All right, so your testimony on direct examination was that you were just asking him to please leave when you came out with the firearm, right?
Correct.
Okay. But what you said to the detective in your interview was, and I'll begin on line 16, a detective, like when you came back out with the gun and he was still in his car.
Best evidence, Your Honor.
Response?
This is impeachment.
Overruled.
Like when you came back out with the gun and he was still in his car, did he say anything to you? No. Mr. Dority, your response was no. The detective says, was there any communication? And Mr. Dority, your response was, I didn't communicate with him, I shot him. That's what you told law enforcement the day that this happened in your interview, right? You didn't say, could you please leave? You just shot him. Is that right?
That's what I had said in the interview.
Right. Okay. So I want to go back a little bit. This afternoon, the afternoon going into the early morning that this shooting happened, you were at your father's house, right?
Correct.
And you had been drinking at your father's house?
Earlier that day.
And you had been drinking some shots of Casamigos at one point in the afternoon, right?
Earlier that day.
Okay, but earlier that day, you had been drinking shots of Casamigos, correct?
Correct.
Overruled.
Earlier that day, you had been drinking shots of Casamigos, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And to be clear, where was your vehicle when you came back to your house?
Parked in my driveway.
Okay. And so your father drove you to your residence from his house, right?
Correct.
But it's a close distance, right?
Yeah, I could have walked.
Okay. All right. So I want to talk about some other things that you said in your direct testimony. You were very clear in your testimony 5-10 minutes ago when your attorney asked you, did you see a firearm, right? You said, yes, I saw a firearm. That was your testimony 10 minutes ago, right? Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, I want to take you again to your interview with the detective in this case. This time I'm going to direct you to page 35 of the transcript of the interview. Now, on page 35, do you have the transcript, or do you need to see it?
I have a copy of it, but I don't know exactly.
Sure. I'm on 35 at line 25 and the 36 at line 3. All right, so Mr. Dority, I'm going to read from this transcript, starting at line 25 on page 35. Detective Gilberti, this is his question to you. Okay, did you ever see a gun? Mr. Dority, I cannot say I necessarily saw a gun, but if you're giving me this gesture, I've taken concealed weapons classes. I've taken defense classes before. If somebody approaches me like this, and that's your answer. So you cannot definitively say and honestly say to this jury,
Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
Sustained.
you cannot say definitively that you saw a gun, can you?
Objection, Your Honor. Same objection. Argumentative.
Sustained.
Judge, can we approach?
Come on.
So today in your testimony, you mentioned that you saw a shiny object when you first approached the victim's vehicle, right?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. But you never said anything at all in your initial interview with law enforcement about seeing this
Objection,
shiny
improper
object.
impeachment.
Overruled.
You never said anything at all about the shiny object then, right?
When
When you had your interview with law enforcement at the interview room.
I had been waiting and sitting in the back of a police car for 7-8 hours. I was in the interview room for 6-7 hours. I hadn't slept. I was beyond tired, and my recollection of what happened could have been maybe, I don't.
Okay, so you didn't say it then, but you're saying it now, right?
I said it.
Okay. Now, you mentioned in your direct testimony that you were concerned for your son and for your father who were present at the time of the shooting, right? Is that yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I apologize.
But even by your own telling, there was never any threat by the victim made to your son, right?
Objection, argumentative, Your Honor.
Overruled.
There was never any threat made by the victim to your son, right?
Correct.
Is that correct?
I said correct.
And there was never any threat made by the victim to your father, right?
Correct. It doesn't have to be made to them, though.
Okay. Now, you would also agree that where the victim was parked was not your property, right?
The neighborhood is considered my property. I don't own the neighborhood, but it's my dwelling. That's where I live.
Okay. But to be clear, Mr. Payne never set foot in your house, right?
No,
He never stepped foot on that piece of grass in front of your house.
he may have.
Okay. Do you remember a previous testimony in a hearing? In a courtroom like this?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to direct and show opposing counsel transcript of a previous hearing.
I don't know what he did when I went in the house.
Okay, I'll direct a question to you in a moment. I'm showing opposing counsel the transcript, page 156. Okay, so my question was, at the time, was that area that he parked, is that your property?
No, sir.
Okay, so you're saying it was not your property. You agree?
It wasn't my, I don't own the land. I don't own it. I was a tenant there.
I understand that. But you leased the property, presumably?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And with that lease, it doesn't entitle you to the entire neighborhood, correct?
It's a private neighborhood.
It's a private, is there a gate to get in?
There was until it was destroyed.
Okay, so at the time of this, you could just drive into the neighborhood, correct?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
It's still a private
And
residence.
that area that the victim was parked, that's not included in your lease, correct?
Correct.
Now, when you went inside your home to arm yourself with a firearm, in this case, the victim didn't follow you, right?
No.
He stayed by his car.
Correct.
And so you went in, you would have had time at that point to call 911 if you deemed it necessary,
Correct.
but you didn't do that, did you? Did you?
I didn't think it was necessary at that moment.
Okay. What you deemed was necessary was to get your firearm, to go outside, and to kill it, right?
No.
So that's what you did.
It's not subsequently what happened.
So you went in the house, right?
Correct.
You armed yourself with a firearm.
Correct.
You went back outside the house.
Correct.
You aimed. Before you shot, you aimed. Yes?
Correct.
And then you shot Adreian Payne.
After I asked him to leave several times.
And again, we already went through your original transcript, but what you previously said was you didn't communicate with him, you shot him.
You have
right?
audio recording of it.
Okay. I'm asking the questions here. You said, in what we've already established in your previous transcript, you didn't communicate with him, you shot him, correct?
If you say so.
I mean, we can look at it again. Do you need to look at it?
No, I looked at
Transcript
it
of
already. You already showed me.
Okay, so you would agree. You said you did not communicate with him, you shot him, right?
Correct.
All right, I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Redirect?
Yes, briefly, Your Honor.
Hello.
Your interviews with law enforcement was recorded, right?
Correct.
So your conversation that you had with law enforcement that spanned over several hours could be shown to the jury, couldn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At the time when I asked you, had you been given Miranda warnings, is it your testimony that you thought when you were first encountering law enforcement, they never asked you a question as far as Miranda?
Correct.
But at some point throughout the time that you were in custody You were at some point in the interview provided with Miranda warnings?
Yes, and I feel like, you know, he tried to trick me with that question, which is how the answer came out like that.
Okay. And again, you seen a video of outside, right?
Correct.
Could you hear the verbal altercation that you had with Mr. Payne?
Yes.
So you did, in fact, communicate
Yes, I
to
did.
Mr. Payne, right? In fact, you heard the testimony of Ms. Tara Walker, too, today, right?
Correct.
She also testified that you asked, why are you here, right?
Correct.
So you did communicate.
Correct.
Is it that you was probably confused when law enforcement was questioning you, possibly?
Yes.
Okay.
I was beyond exhausted. I was tired. I could barely keep my eyes open. It was like 10 o'clock the next day. I hadn't slept.
And again, that interview was recorded, right?
Correct.
Video recorded?
Yes, sir.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you can have a seat back at council's table.